Good
Good
morning,
morning.
sir.
Good morning, Soumya.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, your interview is in English, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Uh, Briefly introduce yourself.
Uh, Sir, my name is SOMYA Jain. I belong to the Bundelkhand region of Madhya Pradesh, and I completed my graduation from Bhopal, and currently I'm living in Bhopal itself. And sir, last year I got Indian Defence Account Service through UPSC CSE 24 reserve list. And sir, this is my fourth attempt and third interview to the UPSC.
Good, good. And what are your hobbies?
Sir, my hobbies are doing Madhubani painting, swimming, and listening some audiobooks.
Okay. What are the features of Madhubani painting?
Sir, Madhubani painting belong to Mithila region of Bihar. Sir, it has some unique features like it generally use natural colors and natural dyes in the painting, which is extracted from the natural things like red color extracted from a kusum flower. So secondly, it uses two-dimensional figures in the painting. So thirdly, it doesn't leave any blank space in the painting. So uh, the blank space is filled with some motifs. And sir, fourth is sir, some motifs in the Madhubani painting unify some specific things. Like if a circle is made, it symbolizes the cycle of birth and death. So sir, these are some specific features.
Okay, good. What are the Indian constitutional provisions for women development?
So for common development.
Woman development. WOMEN. Woman.
So what is the meaning of woman?
And what are the some constitutional provisions which help in to the development of women?
Okay, women, sir. Sir, I
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
listen something else.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sir, there are various features for the development of women. Sir, first I will say the preamble itself, which shows the unifying and equal nature of Indian society, which places men and women equal. Sir, second is the fundamental rights, Article 15, which provides some specific arrangement in the form of reservation for the women in educational institutions. Sir, thirdly, the Article 16, which provides reservation for women in the employment sector also. Sir, others are the uh, directive principles of the state policies. Sir, there are some provisions like equal pay for equal work, and sir, maternity relief and the equal treatment of women at the workplace also there in the DPSP. And sir, then there is universal adult franchise, as India became the one of the first country who provided women the right to vote. So, sir, these provisions I can think of. And sir, Panchayati Raj institution also, which provides reservation at the
Reservation
local
for the
level. Yes, sir.
very. In sociology, what is a social contract theory in sociology?
Sir, social contract theory entails that uh, the sir, social contract theory means that people and the state are in the contract by virtue of which state gives some rights to the people, and people also have some kind of duty towards the state. So it is a contract between people and the state of any country.
Okay. When you hear Bhopal, when you think, suddenly one incident comes to our mind, Union Carbide.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what are the learnings we get from that incident?
Sir, the biggest learning I think is the management and surveillance from the side of state, and the ethical and moral responsibility of a private player if they are doing something like this. So in those kind of situation, the private players must be responsible for the people. And sir, also there should be legal measures, strengthening legal measures and the surveillance from the side of states too, so that people can trust such steps in future.
Okay. See, in Madhya Pradesh, Indore is a city which is the cleanest city.
Yes, sir.
Bhopal is the capital of Madhya Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
Why Bhopal doesn't come in somewhere? Because you have one city which stops clean. क्या
Sir,
लोगों में अंतर है और सिस्टम्स में अंतर है.
uh, Sir, it's not that Bhopal is not clean. Sir, it's also in the one of the cleanest city in India. But yes, sir, it is behind Indore. Sir, I think the role of Indore Municipal Corporation is more robust in terms of the taking steps for the cleanliness. Sir, I think the difference in the management and taking steps from the side of administration.
Okay. Because Bhopal is the capital anyway, your whole higher bureaucracy sits in Bhopal.
Yes, sir.
And Indore has one corporation only.
Yes, sir.
That's what is the strength of corporation, which cannot be repeated in other cities.
Sir, Sir, the Indore Municipal Corporation has taken one of the good steps, like they created a Swachhata army of 11,000 people, in which they are proactively taking steps for the Swachhata, especially the steps they are taking out cleanliness drives and the night, so that the daily work and the routine of the day should not be hampered. So, this is one of the steps. So, second, they created a good system for waste to wealth creation. So they have some plants uh, for the so methane plants are there in Indore. So they are recycling the waste. And sir, third, I will say that sir, the behavioral change and the social nudge was very effective in the Indore because they have some attractive advertisements, some attractive songs in every street of the Indore. So it created a ground level impact.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, Soumya,
Yes, sir.
I see that you were offered a service and you did not join. Which service were you offered?
Sir, Indian Defense Account Service. Sir, the joining date has not yet come because I got my name in the reserve list.
Okay, okay. The joining date has not come.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Suppose you are, we wish you the very best and we want that you should get the service of your dreams. But if you
Thank you,
don't
sir.
get it, will you join it?
Sir, I think I'll join it.
Okay, okay, okay. So now tell me, defense estates has been given to you as a service. Why, how are cantonment boards administered?
Sir, there is an act for cantonment boards which provides some administrative mechanism for the cantonment areas. And sir, they are the areas where civil military fusion we can see. So, sir, the civil administration engaged in the management of the military cantonment areas.
Okay. Tell me something about the history of Bhopal. Who
Uh,
all ruled it? And there's one very famous ruler of Bhopal, erstwhile kingdom, and it was.
yes, sir. Sir, Bhopal was founded by Raja Bhojpal in the 11th century itself. And sir, he created a city by carving out some hills. So Bhopal is the city of hills also. And sir, after that, the Raja Bhoj reconstructed various things in Bhopal. He constructed the lakes and redeveloped the city. And sir, after that, the major famous ruler was in 15th century. Rani Kamlapati was there. And sir, she managed the administration of Bhopal very well. She also constructed Rani Kamlapati Palace and various educational institution also at that time. And sir, after that, the Muslim rule came in Bhopal, and the Nawab of Bhopal took over the administration. And sir, after that, during the partition, Nawab Hamidullah Khan was the main ruler of Bhopal, and after that, it came into our nation, the country.
There's a Begum of Bhopal also who's very famous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In
Who's
19th
she?
century.
Who's she?
Sir, there were four Begums in Bhopal. If we see, they ruled over 1 century in Bhopal. Qudsiya Begum was first, then Sikandar Begum and Shahjahan Begum also ruled in Bhopal.
So we can say Bhopal was very modern even in the Muslim Nawab rule,
Yes,
that
sir.
the Begums could become the rulers, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what
Definitely.
are the qualities of a civil servant, Soumya?
Sir, I think a civil servant must possess some of the qualities like the leadership and the communication abilities because they have to work at the ground level. But second, I think the empathy and the compassion towards people because the Indian society is a society with inequalities. So we have to understand that also. And sir, the bold decision-making ability also should be there.
See, you mentioned inequality.
Yes, sir.
How many, I mean, what percentage of people in India control what percentage of wealth?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware about the recent data. I have to read on it.
Whatever it comes to your mind, tell me. Broad idea you must be having already or not.
Uh, Sir, I think top 10% people controls the 90% of the wealth.
Does it disturb you or not?
Yes, sir, it definitely disturbs me.
How can you reverse this trend or reduce this trend?
Sir, I think there is need to empower the remaining 90% of the population, specifically the youth. And we have to create the employment opportunity for the people, and we have to create a robust environment for the startup ecosystem so that the jobs must be created. And sir, also there should be some efforts from the side of state in terms of housing and the basic amenities, specifically in urban areas, because people are vulnerable in the cities too.
What
So
is the
I
rate
think,
of
sir,
unemployment in the country today?
sir, it is around 3 to 4%.
Okay. So are you satisfied with what the government has done so far since independence about housing, you said, and what another thing you said?
Sir, I think the efforts that government had taken are good according to that time. But sir, I think if we see the ideal condition, then more steps must be taken if we see from independence, because today our manufacturing sector is not very good, which is the which contains the major portion for the employment and job creation. Sir, I think the industrial policy could be go in the right direction if we see from independence. And sir, also the private participation and the public-private partnership is also not robust if we see the Indian market. So, sir, I think the more efforts must be taken for that.
Soumya, what is cooperative federalism?
Sir, cooperative federalism entails that when center and state work cooperatively for the benefits of the people and the realization of the directive principles of state policy.
So do you think that we have an ideal cooperative federalism at this time?
Sir, yes, sir. Somewhat what we can say that we are going for a cooperative federal state, because because every time some states are in oppose of the central policies, and it shows that how they are constructively criticizing the center's policies. And also, sir, there are various issues between center and states, which shows that the that state has also right to raise their demand. And sir, for cooperative federalism part, there are some constitutional and non-constitutional mechanisms. So for constitutional mechanism, we have the interstate council, and sir, the from the non-constitutional side, the Niti Aayog is also playing the role.
So in your in your answer, what I heard was that just the fact that the states can raise a demand
Yes.
is good situation for cooperative federalism. Now, I would ask you to reframe your answer in the context of the Tamil Nadu governor's obstruction, willful obstruction to the bills, where Supreme Court had to intervene.
Yes, sir, sir. It shows the contention between the center and the state, because governor is considered as an agent of center, and it is creating a clash between the governor and the elected CM of Tamil Nadu, because the governor is reserving the bill again and again for
Okay.
past some
Last
years.
one last question. Tell me one thing. The last 5 years, which 5 Supreme Court judgments you would feel have been very important landmark judgments for democracy?
Yes, sir. Um, Sir, first I would say the Sabrimala temple judgment. It was in the line of right to equality. The second is the Babita Punia case, which allowed permanent commission of women, permanent commission of army for women. So third, I would say the Babri Masjid judgment, because it solved the year-long issues in Indian society. And sir, fourth, I will say the right to sir, the allowing of a homogeneous.
Mhm.
Yes, sir, I'm thinking. Sorry, sir, I'm not able to think
Okay.
right now.
So where would you place the electoral bond judgment?
Yes, sir, that was also one of the good judgment.
Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sir, in my list, I will put it to third.
And the Supreme Court judgment on the timelines to the governor, later reviewed, but not overruled.
Sir, it was on fifth because the issue is still lingering.
Okay, okay. So, who's won the Nobel Peace Prize?
Sorry, sir, I forgot the name, but the women from the Venezuela, the opposition leader.
Okay, over to Madhviji, then we'll
Yes, sir.
resume later for feedback.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. So, Soumya, good to see you.
Thank you, ma'am.
So you are a sociological student. Have you heard
Yes.
about this Uniform Civil Code tabled in Uttarakhand and been recently returned in by the governor?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me, is it necessary and what is your opinion on that?
Ma'am, Uniform Civil Code is one of the things which is supported by the Constitution also. Ma'am, I think it is necessary in Indian society because in the name of civil law, sometimes there are discriminatory practices happening, especially with the women. So, ma'am, I think for containing those practices and creating the justice for the people, I think it is the necessary exercise.
Okay, there is a recent misuse of women-specific laws by the woman itself. So, what do you think? Do we have to revisit such laws?
Yes, ma'am, definitely there is need to revisit such laws because the right to equality is not for only women. The men are also part of it. So, in the name of feminism, we cannot just take laws and give them in favor of women. We have to create equal laws for the men and women. And so, ma'am, there should be some provisions like if a woman is complaining about anything, then there should be strong evidence in support of it, and a robust investigation also be there for for such type of crimes.
But don't you think having time for investigation and all, the woman would be victimized for complaining itself?
Ma'am, but without investigation, it can lead to mishappenings to the accused person because if it will be the false complaint, then it will lead to injustice ultimately. So, ma'am, I think waiting for the investigation and the strong evidence is better than going for hurried justice.
Okay. So, as a woman, what do you think would be your challenges in becoming an IDAS officer? And how do you think Soumya can do it better?
Ma'am, I think I am an empowered woman of modern India, so I will not have any kind of challenges in the service because I think I can handle the situations well as per my abilities and the qualities.
Soumya can do it, but do you think the woman is empowered and not having any problem now?
No, ma'am, this is not true. Ma'am, women are facing the problems and challenges at the ground level. Ma'am, first problem I will say there is acceptance in the people as if female is the leader of those people. So, ma'am, the acceptance of women as a leader is first challenge. Ma'am, second is the infrastructure facilities. Ma'am, at some places there are not even separate toilets for the women. So, ma'am, this can also be the issue. Ma'am, third is the uh, ma'am, the workplace discrimination and workplace harassment can also be the issue for women if they are getting into the service.
Why IFS foreign services with the preference?
Yes, ma'am, it's in the fifth rank.
No, I mean, what's the reason? Don't you think you can serve as a foreign officer?
Ma'am, I think I'll be more happy to serve in our country only. Ma'am, I put it at the fifth place.
Okay, sir asked about Nobel Peace Prize. Can you tell me the situation in Venezuela and what is your observation on that?
Ma'am, recently President Trump has sanctioned uh, uh, the import and export of oil from Venezuela. And ma'am, it is creating a crisis because the economy is totally dependent on the oil supply. And ma'am, the because of this, the leader and the director of the Venezuela is also facing problems. So ma'am, it is creating a chaos in society.
Don't you think audiobooks are not very impressive like hard books that we read?
Uh, Ma'am, it can be true. It depends on the personality of individual, whichever they like. Ma'am, I choose audiobooks as a practical solution to balance my studies and my reading habit, so it worked for me.
So my last question is, you support community initiatives, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, you worked on with community, but tell me the major problem that you have observed and you could not do anything about it. And as an officer, you think you can do something about it.
Ma'am, I think the major problem I faced was the funding of the social and community initiatives because sometimes we were not having any kind of fund to avail the facilities for the people about education, health initiatives, and the campaigning about the awareness. So, ma'am, I think as a administrator, I'll have connections with the NGOs, so I can connect the NGOs uh, uh, and some fundraisers like the CSR is there, one of the initiatives, so we can link it with them. So as an administrator, I can take that step. And ma'am, also the state-led funding can be initiated as a part of state and NGO cooperation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Samya.
Thank you, ma'am.